Memorial Day, a day where we honor those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice, those who gave their life to protect our country and our freedoms. They left family. They left friends. They left brothers and sisters in arms. They were husbands, wives, fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters, sons, and daughters. They gave it all so that you and me, our communities, our cities, our states, our country, our allies could live free. They held the line. They did not hesitate. They sacrificed their life, their future, their hopes, their dreams, their everything. So you don't waste it. Don't waste their sacrifice. Don't waste your time. Live a life that honors their sacrifice. Honor them. Those that have paid the price, that have given the ultimate sacrifice, so that you can have liberty, so that you can live a life worth living. Never forget their sacrifice. Today and every day, we honor them. Today is Memorial Day 2022, and we're honored to have a special guest here today to talk to us about Memorial Day, talk to us about honoring some of those brothers in arms that have made the ultimate sacrifice and living a life worth living. We got Teddy. He's with us today. He's also known as the One-Leg Savage. He's got one leg. We'll get into that as we get through his story here. He's also a natural competitive bodybuilder. And he's also a retired sergeant from the US Army Airborne, which we'll get into his full story. But Teddy, thanks for joining us today. Honor to have you here, brother.
My pleasure, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you coming out. We also got Teddy hooked up with some Jocko drinks, so let us know what you think about those as we go through this.
I'm going to need the energy.
Yeah, man. Well, kind of talk to us about where you grew up at, what was growing up like, and then kind of how you got started going into the Army.
Like growing up, man, actually coming out here made me remember, like, it reminds me of growing up. I have to drive through where I grew up to get here. Campbell Thicket, Ridgeville. Okay. So, like, literally driving, like, on my way back, I'm going to stop through. Yeah. Go visit my granddad. He passed. He's buried out there.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So I grew up out there. And I went to Somerville High School. And after that, man, it was just, like, nothing else after sports, man. I played football, like, all my life since I was probably, like, 8.
Yeah.
I just knew I was going to college, and I was like, man, I'm 140 pounds, like graduating.
Yeah.
I was like, that's crazy. There's no way.
Yeah.
So I was sitting at home, and literally an Army commercial came on. I was like, they said they're paying.
Yeah.
So I joined the Army, got a bonus. And
sign-on bonus.
Yeah, sign-on bonus. Like for 88 miles, they needed people just to, hey, let's go drive down the street. You might get hit by a bomb. You might not. You know, that type of stuff. But we'll give you $20,000, you know, just to sign up. I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So I did that. It was pretty fun, man.
When they came by, they were talking to you about it. You know, what was your family like saying, don't do it?
No.
They were all like, hey, let's go. Let's get after it.
No, man. It was like, see, my brother actually was in the military.
Okay.
So I he drew me to 88 Mike anyways. That's what he did.
Yeah.
But it was peacetime when he did it.
Okay.
And I actually remember growing up, maybe like 11 or 13, my mom just put me on a plane by myself and just shipped me to my brother's for like the week or something.
You needed some tuning up during the summer?
Yeah, right. So she shipped me out there to Seattle by myself on a plane. From South Carolina. I've never been on a plane, right?
This is your first time on a plane?
First time. Put me on a plane. So
how'd you finagle the airport, dude? It gets pretty intimidating.
Like I don't even remember that part. I just remember like on the plane going, and I got there. I was like, I looked around. It was kind of like just normal life, and he took me to work with him one day. Mm-hmm. It's like, this is boring, man. Like I really sat there for 8, 9 hours.
Yeah.
And they did nothing.
Really?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Like, they would drive the trucks, back them up. I remember that part.
Yeah.
So they were with it, man. And, like, I left probably a month after graduation. Yeah.
Straight to boot camp?
Straight to boot camp.
Where was that at for you?
Boot camp was at Fort Knox.
Okay.
Yeah, Fort Knox, man.
What was that transition like, going from high school to where you're now, a football player, getting after
easy.
it. Now you're going to boot camp.
Easy, man. It was
No issues.
It was already doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Getting yelled at, getting cursed out,
Yeah.
and running.
Yeah.
That's all I did. So I was on the bus. I remember them cutting the lights on. Somebody came on yelling and cursing. I was like, oh, okay. That's cool. And he was like, get up and get off the bus. And everybody just jumped up and ran.
Yeah.
So we just lined up and just had fun.
Yeah.
I liked it. It wasn't hard to me.
Was any of the guys that you were with freaking out at all? They were like,
Yeah,
oh
a
my
lot of
gosh,
people-
I've never been through this before.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't make it.
Really?
Through basic training.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people got recycled, kicked out just for small things. Some people literally had like really bad tempers and would fight like every day. Yeah. So people got kicked out for that basic training. Some people didn't know what. Nobody knows when you sign that paper that you have to do like 24-hour duty on random times, which means you're not going to sleep, buddy.
Yeah.
Or if you sleep, they'll wake you up an hour within your time, and some people wasn't with that, so they just left out and didn't make the cut.
Yeah. So as you were going through boot camp, were they kind of telling you like, hey, these are all the options that you have available to go into?
As far as
like different MLA,
jobs.
different
That
jobs.
was figured out before you even.
Oh, that
go.
was figured out before you even went. Oh, okay.
Before you even go. So after you get done with boot camp, you go do your. I think it's like a 9-week training. It's like I did 9-week training, and then from there, so that's easy. Like learn how to drive trucks.
Yeah.
And and at that point, when you go from there, basically the drill started. They stop cursing as much, so it kind of tunes down. You know
More
what I'm
of
saying?
like straight training.
Yeah, training,
Not just
so
getting after you.
It's just like being going to get your CDL at that point.
Yeah.
So I did that and went to Fort Drum. Yeah.
Where's that at?
Man, golly, man. That's what I said. Because they line everybody up just like that, and they'll call out your duty stations. It's crazy because they have you write like when you sign up what your 3 duty stations you go through. I wrote down like I can't remember, but I know it wasn't no whatever they said. So they got to me. It was like Private Simmons. I was like Fort Drum, New York. I said okay. So I'm thinking like New York City.
Yeah.
You know me. So I'm like, oh, that ain't bad.
Yeah.
So then I got done, looked it up. They was like, oh, bro, you going to Canada, dog. Like, I said, Canada's like, yeah, Watertown is like Ridgeville with snow all the time.
I was about to say, get ready
No
for the cold.
Walmart. No. Well, we had one Walmart everybody used. It's just Ridgeville with a Walmart.
Yeah.
And snow, like a lot of snow. I remember the plane landing, man. I was asleep. And I up my window thing. It was like, how they shovel the snow, like mountain of snow.
What the
Like,
heck?
God, I'm 18, never saw snow in my life.
Yeah.
And this is like the snow I see.
Were you excited? Like,
No, I wasn't excited because I still had to figure out how I'm going to get from Syracuse to Watertown. That's a whole hour away.
Okay.
I was like, I don't know. I don't got no money, man. I'm coming out of basic training.
Yeah.
I'm broke.
Yeah. What year is this?
2008.
2008.
Yeah.
And they ain't told you like, hey, there's going to be someone there to pick you up. They're like, you have to be here. You got to figure it out.
Yeah, be here. And then, so I just got off the plane, got my bag and stuff, and I went to the USO.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm a new soldier. I'm just trying to get to wherever Fort Drum at.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, sit right there. Somebody come. I was like, all right. And I did that. And somebody just picked me up. I didn't know who it was. Some old white man was like, you going to Fort Drum? I was like, yeah. It's like, come on. I was like, no, you don't have like no uniform. He had nothing.
Yeah. Just
So I
some
was
random
like,
dude.
I don't know, man. I don't know. He was like, if you going to come, you going to come. If not, I'm going to go to the next stop. So I got in the van. Nobody else got in the van.
Yeah.
So I was like, what next stop was he talking about at this point? So, man, we drove like an hour. I didn't know it was an hour away.
Yeah.
I was just riding in the van for an hour.
What was that ride like? Were you thinking about like, what the hell did I get myself
Exactly
into?
what I was thinking. Like, am I going to make it out of this part?
Yeah.
That was it, man.
So once you got there, what was it like? You know, when you first checked in, did you even know where to go? You're just like on the base.
He actually knew exactly what to do. He drove me straight to where I would go in for processing, and
yeah,
it was like step by step, man.
Yeah.
And then I got from there. They put me in my room, and then I met this other dude, my sergeant.
Yeah.
And we cool now.
Yeah.
To this day.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what was your rank back then? Your
private, fuzzy, nothing, no money. I think I was making like $400 a month, maybe $500. I was making more than that at like the job I had before. That's something I thought about too. Like when I was in basic training, I looked at my first pay stub. I was like, bro,
I'm doing all this for this much.
Something like. And to get this every 2 weeks, I'm like, this is $400, man. Like this ain't gonna work for me.
Yeah.
Like I made this at one paycheck at Avis and Budget. I worked at the airport.
Oh yeah.
Like rental cars. So I was like, I made more than this in Charleston. You know? I was thinking about cutting it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I stuck it out, man.
Stuck with it. So this sergeant, did he kind of take you under his wing and kind of show
man,
you the
he definitely
routine?
did. I would consider him like a big brother, man. Like for real to this day.
Yeah. What's his name?
Reggie Strickland.
Okay.
Yeah, he like warrant officer now.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yeah, he's still in.
He's still in.
He going 20 years. He almost at 20.
Okay.
Cool, man. This is a cool dude.
Yeah.
You see him, you wouldn't think he was a sergeant. I'm small. He's smaller than me. So I'm like, you my sergeant? He was like, yeah. But I found out real quick what he was about.
Oh, yeah.
I showed up late the first day. Like, literally, my barracks are like here, and we worked here.
Just across the street.
Yeah, so I was riding with this dude one day, and it was snowing. We couldn't really get out of the parking lot because it's uphill.
Yeah.
So his car kept slicking.
Oh, my
So
gosh.
we trying to push the car and stuff.
Yeah.
Ended up being late. So we get to work, trying to explain it to him. He was like, I don't want to hear that, man. Like, the logic don't make sense.
Yeah.
At that age, I'm like, what you mean? It's cold. He was like, bro, y'all could have walked.
Yeah.
It's 100 meters. There's no need to drive.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So long story short, we did push-ups, bear crawls, and, like all day.
Hazing is amazing.
All day, man.
He had to teach you.
Man, all day. And there was nobody there. The unit was deployed at the time, so we had nothing to do.
Yeah.
You know, we literally had nothing to do.
Yeah. So he's basically teaching you guys the ropes, teaching you not to be late.
Yeah.
You guys were never late again, were you?
No. But the Pew, man, that guy was something. That's a whole other story. That guy was different. But me, like, I learned quick, like, I got to start thinking with this job, you know.
Yeah.
Thinking about how to do things the right way.
Yeah.
Because I thought the right way was, man, it's cold. I'm from the South. It's like -10.
Yeah. You're just
I
freezing
don't
all
want to
the
walk,
time.
man.
Yeah.
Like, I want to ride in this car, even if it's 10 meters up the road, right? So like, it toughens you up quick.
Yeah.
Being at Fort Drum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how long did you end up being at Fort Drum for? Did you do any deployments out of that?
Yeah, that was my
really?
deployment station.
Okay.
That's where the real work went in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when the unit came back from deployment, what was that like?
Them
Everyone's
boys
there.
them boys was loose cannons. Yeah. That unit was wild, man. Like, I came back, I was like, this the unit. The first sergeant was something else, man. Like, first sergeant Rome, he ain't play no game.
When you first saw him, what was it like? Your first interaction.
With my first sergeant, this guy, I was like, I'm a little scared of him. I don't know if you ever seen like the Boondocks, the cartoon.
Long time
Uncle
ago.
Ruckus.
Yeah.
He wore like some glasses and had he had a crazy eye, man. Like this dude was insane. I don't know, man. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know about first sergeant, man. He didn't play that mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the unit ended up being cool. Everybody was pretty chill.
They come back with some stories from deployment that, you know.
Yeah, they had some stories.
Where were they deployed at when you guys were?
They was coming back from Iraq, I believe.
Yeah.
And apparently Iraq was wild. So I was just like, oh, that's crazy. And then it was like a year later, they got some more orders, and I just noticed everybody was cussing and going. I was like, man, where our peacetime? Like, we just got back. And I was just like, if they say we got to go, I guess we going.
Yeah.
And I'd be damn, man. I was on a plane, like, in 2010. And I got there in 2008. We trained for a year. 2010, we left.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dang.
so they basically got right back and started training again.
Yeah. That's the way it goes. They always tell you you're going to have X amount of time to relax, take it easy. And they're like, you know what? Cut it short.
Exactly.
You know?
They give you like 2 months to relax.
What were you guys doing for training to prep for like deployment, pre-deployment training? Or
for our jobs was transportation, so we would do like, you name it, we did it. Food, gas, all that type of stuff. So basically making sure your loads were on tight. Convoys, intervals, spacing's good. Like communication.
Yeah.
Then you'll throw in a gun truck unit, and they'll split. You go to the range, do shooting, and they'll look at everybody shooting and pick out people.
Yeah.
And with my shooting skills, I was good enough to get on the gun truck.
There you go.
But I didn't want to. I didn't know.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I was going to shoot the gun. You know,
just
shoot. I wanted to drive the truck. That's it.
Yeah.
You know? And then Sergeant Strickland, again, he was like, you going to be my gunner, and you going to be my gunner. Both of y'all going to switch with gunning and driving.
Yeah.
So it was me and this guy named Benavidez.
Yeah.
Cool dude. So we just bonded, man. Like in a gun truck, you got to bond. So we'll go to like training seminars and do like shooting. You know,
Just a bunch of drills.
like people would pop out like a building like this and open a door with a gun. Do you shoot or not? You know, that type of stuff. And you got to make the right decision and those things. And if you see something in the road as a driver, are you going to stop or you going to go around? It's decisions.
Yeah.
It ain't no right decision, ain't no wrong decision when it comes to some of these things. But it's about making a decisive. You know what I'm saying?
So in a convoy, the gun truck is I'm assuming at the lead of a convoy.
We got 4
gun trucks throughout the convoy.
Yeah, we got one in the front, middle truck, then it's a medic truck, and then it's a truck at the end. So our convoys, man, sometimes we'd be about 10 trucks deep, 11 trucks deep, spaced out over like a half a mile.
And the spacing is in case there's an ambush or something.
An ambush or one truck get hit, 2 trucks don't get hit, you know.
Right.
You know, it was, the first couple was like, this shit is tense, man, like.
Yeah.
You just scanning like this, right?
Yeah.
Out the wild, like I carried a Bible with me, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing I did. My granddad gave me a Bible. I used to carry. It was small. I carried it in my pocket, right? So it'd be some days it was so boring, man. I was like, I ain't taking my Bible today. I'm trying to. So I leave it. And just hope for like some shit to pop off. And, you know, nothing really ever popped off over there for me. Like some pop shots. So you hear like pop, 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 and. You know, some stuff hitting it. At that point, they'll just come over the mic, sit down, we're going to keep pushing. Cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. That's what we do. And but we did have one incident. Like, it scared me, man, because we played, like, crazy jokes, like, with our friends on a gun truck, man. Like, it really messed me up. So I was about to come home for about 2 weeks. You get like a 2-week break. Called R&R. So my boy was leaving Robeson. I still talk to him to this day too. And they was laughing at me because I couldn't go on mission. And not going on mission is terrible because you got to stay there and do like dumb shit at the fob. Like it's just dumb. Like I don't
paperwork or whatever.
Not even paperwork, man. Just see you in the heat in Afghanistan, so they be like, go line up the trucks. Like, dog, we park the trucks in a line. Make sure, like, man, when I say line them trucks up, you like this table straight.
You guys had them on point.
Even the trailers had to match.
Oh, dang.
So you had to back the trailer in with that trailer had to match the back row trailers. Then you had to get the truck straight with the truck row. So
everything
like,
better be
dress.
Right.
So I'm like, man, come on now, it's hot.
Yeah.
So like stuff like that. So I'd rather take more risks out there. Like, come on, let's ride.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But we was all leaving and they was leaving. They was laughing at me because I couldn't go. So I was like, man, I hope they get your ass today. I hope they get your ass. And man, I swear, like 10 minutes later, they was like, man, they hit the last gun truck. I was like, what? I was like, nah, man. I was like, man, like they out there fighting right now. Like they hit Robeson truck, man. Like it's disabled. They out there going through it, man. I was like, nah, man. So I was like, that bothered me all day. I was on the headset just listening.
Yeah.
Like, please, man. Like, just please. But they made it out, man. And
nice.
I tell you, like, it was so like, now the infantry cats around there and special forces, dude, like they was out there every day. You was hearing like bombs and like that was, them boys was like just looking for that. So we'll drop them off and leave. And by the time we get back, the fob is closed. We can't call home. We can't get on the internet because then when stuff like that happen, you can't. You know, they'll lock everything down.
They call that River City in the Army, or they call it. That's what we call it.
Blackout.
Blackout.
Yeah, they call it a blackout. So. Everything's shut
down,
off, man. Even your personal cell phones, they'll put the blockers up, block that out. I'm like, leave, man. Y'all got to chill. We just trying to get. By the time we get back, we can't even call home. So yeah, man, it was fun. Like Afghanistan was the life. After like looking back at it, it was nasty, but it was the life. Like washing clothes in buckets. And, you know, showering with water bottles. Yeah.
So you guys are doing convoys all the time?
Every day, man. We'd do like, man, we'd be out there like 5-6 times a day, like on like real dangerous missions, man. So that's another thing that kind of bothers me about being the way I lost my leg. Like, man, we was out there putting in work. Like, we'll go somewhere, leave, go back the next day. It's a hole in the ground. So if you let that sink in,
you were at that same spot, and then you come back the next
parked
day?
Right here. You know what I'm saying? So we was sitting on a fucking bomb. Like, people don't think about stuff like that. But for me sitting in that gun truck, I'm like, dog, like we was really sitting here, like, just waiting for some stuff to get cleared. You know what I'm saying? On top, it's weird, man. But it's a blessing. We got so much technology. Like we have helicopters flying like over the top. Some missions, blocking signals. Like we'll have planes flying. It was like some real like 187 was about it, man. Like we was.
Did y'all ever have any drone support back then?
Oh yeah, we had drone support. We had some things on the front of the front gun truck with block signals. So that
way no one
helped.
could activate an IED. That's what
like they couldn't call.
On.
But I remember one mission, man. Some little boy stopped us, man. Like, like we was about to cross over the bridge. Some little kid ran out in front of the front gun truck. And boy was like, "Hey, it's a kid in the road, man. Like he ain't moving." It's like, well, hold.
Is everyone puckering, or what's everyone thinking?
I'm like, all right.
Because they use kids over there.
So I'm just like, this is kind of cool. But he was kind of talking. So we got the turp up and stuff. It was like, the little kid was saying there's a bomb under the bridge and some stuff under the bridge.
He was saying that?
He was helping us, man. So,
really?
Yeah. He helped us, man. And we sat there, I think it was about an hour or so. And they called out those
EOD came out.
EOD came out, man. They came with little robots, got it. Whatever they did.
Dang.
And we just drove off.
So it's just a part of your normal convoy operation. There's bombs everywhere.
At that point, we were so far in deployment, man.
No big deal. It just is what it is.
If they want to fight, I guess.
You
know, we won't fight. You know, that's kind of mindset we developed over there. Like we want to fight. If that's what they want to do, we gonna protect like our friends on this truck.
Right.
Damn that food and stuff. Like we trying to go home. You know what I'm saying? That's my only thing. That's it. You know, so it was fun.
Well, when you guys are doing these convoys, you're taking supplies and things to other units, or are you delivering infantry somewhere? Sometimes it depends.
All of that, man.
You're doing everything.
All of that. Yeah. Generators, like so. We have like when we first got there, man. Like I don't know if you guys if you was military.
I was in the Navy.
Like
I was
when
on a ship. So.
Y'all got there, like so when you get on the ship, it's set, it's ready to go, nothing to do, right? So we get there, it's an airport the size of the house. Like, okay, cool. And it was like, y'all fob is over there. y'all gotta walk. Y'all can wait on, like, it was the National Guard or something. So we waited for a while. The National Guard, I guess, was sorry over there at the time.
Yeah.
So they was like, we gonna walk. Everybody go live ammo, this and that.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first time, like, bro, I'm really on a patrol.
Yeah.
Somewhere I don't know. Like, we walking across the street, and we got there was like maybe like 10 Hescos. The fire was so small and so unsecure. So we built up
You
by
got to build
hand.
it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did all that by hand while doing missions, while building other outposts. So if you was to look up FOB condos in Afghanistan, we really built that up.
Okay.
Everything over there from scratch.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of veteran friends, like, they upset about pulling out of condos. And it's like, man, I can understand why they're mad, and I can understand why some people don't care, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, man, it's a tough.
Yeah.
You know.
And so, you know, these gun truck units that you were with is Sergeant Maddox one of the, or how do you
No,
say his name? How do you say
I
his
met
name?
Maddox.
Maddox, yeah. Where'd you meet him at? How
When
did
we
you and
got
him
back.
get involved? Okay.
Yeah, I met
so
him.
you did that deployment.
Yeah, I did
You
that
come
whole
back.
deployment. Yeah.
You're back at drum.
Yeah.
Back in the snow.
Back in the snow.
You're in the heat. Now you're back in the snow.
Back in the snow, man. So
Which one did you like better between the two? The heat or the snow?
The heat, man. I'd rather go out there every day in the heat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At least we can go there and play the PlayStation and chill sometimes, not be bothered.
Yeah.
You know, you micromanage when you home. Like, everything. Like, we sitting around talking, this is what we'll do all day. And I promise y'all they'll make something up for us to do.
Oh, yeah. I know how
Man,
it is.
go sweep. Man, I'm not sweeping, man.
Yeah.
But that's the thing about Maddox, man. That's how I met Maddox. We got back, and there was this guy walking around. Like, he never smiled or nothing. I was going downstairs. He was coming upstairs.
Yeah.
Lived on the same hallway.
What was your rank at this point?
I was a specialist.
Specialist?
Yeah.
Was he like a private or what was
Yeah, he was a private.
He was a new guy.
Brand new.
guy.
So I was like, this dude don't never smile.
Yeah.
And like, as the time went on, we just got to talking, and there was another guy that used to hang with us, Clyde, and it was just us three.
Yeah.
And, you know, we just bonded, man. We never deployed together. Clyde never deployed, but Maddox did.
Were you guys part of the same unit or different?
Yeah, same unit. I PCS.
Okay.
So I went to that at this time. That's when I went to Fort Bragg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I left Fort Bragg. Me and Maddox, I stayed at the unit probably like 2 years after I met Maddox.
Okay.
And then I left.
So you guys got tight. You, Maddox, Clyde, you guys were tight.
Yeah, we was
and then
tight. All lived on the
UPCS.
same hallway.
Yeah.
Like, I lived here.
Getting in trouble
like a
after
triangle.
work.
Yeah, right. we be in office, like I was telling you, doing stuff like this, and nobody want to do it. And Maddox was like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Sweeping.
Yeah.
Trucks offline. Man, I'm not. Man, I go do it.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what is wrong with you? Like, chill out, man. Like, he always was an overachiever. He loved the military.
Yeah.
And then when I was getting ready to PCS, he kept saying, like, man, such and such unit, they finna deploy. I'm finna go try to. I said, you want to deploy?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, man. Like,
That's why I'm here.
I said, cool.
Yeah.
So he always would say that. He was always a go-getter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
And he'll go to work, and I swear, he'll go to that gym.
Yeah.
After you get out of work, you coming to the gym today? Nah, bro, I ain't going today. Like, I wasn't in the gym like that.
So back then you weren't into it like
Nah,
you are
I can run. I ran them boys under the table.
Yeah.
I was little.
Yeah.
Like 140 pounds still.
Still 140 pounds?
Yeah, still. Hell, I'm 150 now. So I was like, I just run them. We'll go to the gym. I get on the treadmill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he'll go left.
He's a
bench
weightlifter
press.
guy.
Man, 315, spot me.
Yeah.
Like I do post pictures flexing. That's all his pages.
Really?
Yeah, that's all he used to do. So, and then, man.
Did he compete at all, or he just did it for fun?
He just liked lifting weights. Yeah. So he just liked lifting weights, man. Yep. That was his thing. Just staying active, keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So then UPCS, then he was trying to find a unit to deploy with, or that's basically what happened.
And he didn't find a unit. That unit ended up deploying
That same unit
again.
deploying.
So Foxtrot 187, we left again, right?
Yeah.
So I was in Fort Bragg. You know, I went through airborne school and all that. I was at Fort Bragg. We still communicated like daily, man.
Yeah.
Daily. They deployed daily. I
Still talking to him?
Yeah,
Is
like
he telling you like
day
what's
to
going
day
on and
stuff
all
that's
that?
going on,
Yeah.
like stuff that's bothering him. Like that's what's funny to me. Like I know some of y'all.
Yeah.
Like I ain't gonna put it out there, but some of y'all worked his nerves. Like you know what I'm saying. So, and it was like
some people maybe didn't like him because he was a go-getter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we talked like every day. So and it was just like, man, I think. I don't remember how I found out. I think I was like getting in the car with one of my friends. I was home here, getting in the car with one of my friends, and somebody called me. I can't remember. I was like, man, Maddox got into like a accident or explosion or something over in Afghanistan. I was like, an accident or explosion? He was like, it was both, but they don't know. Like, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, he good? It was like, man, I don't know, but he gonna have to go to a burn unit. So we'll keep you updated. I was like, okay, cool. So I was at Walter Reed at the time. It was like, we had a burn unit at Walter Reed, and they had one in Texas. And they was like, he's on the way to the one he's in Germany. He on the way to the one in Texas. And man, like, I swear, like an hour later or something like that, man, I got the call like he was dead. I was like, what? Nah, man. They was like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Maddox died. Like he was over like 97% of his body was like burnt. So I'm like, what? Like I couldn't like piece that shit together, man.
Yeah.
Like I just lost my leg and my friend died like 3 months later. Like I don't understand this.
Yeah.
So that killed me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you were getting all that information, did you then try to figure out what exactly happened? Because you didn't know.
Yeah. I tried to figure out, and this they still don't know if it was an accident or what, man. But he was a fueler, so I don't know. He was putting in gas or something. But on FOBs, you work with the Afghanis. They always on the FOB. You know what I'm saying? Coming in and out. When I deployed, they would have trucks they driving because they would fill up our water, that dirty ass river water, and put bleach in it, and we shower. So that's crazy. Yeah. So we'd do that, and like we had to frisk them down and stuff. But they was always like, it was like a rotating door. So I'm like, how does a fuel truck just explode? Like that doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Was it like ever an issue that you know of Afghanis coming in to work
on the base? Yeah. When I was deployed, they was hitting bases all the time. Like they'll drive like a vehicle ID thing to the gate
straight
just
up
to get in it. You know what I'm saying? So they would do that all the time. And I remember we had one incident when some guy said somebody was on the fire, but man, nobody. I was like, well, you get them? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but that was like, man, I was like, I don't understand the accident, but apparently the fuel truck blew up, man, and
that's what they're saying.
It just blew up, and they said my man was just running through the fire, like it was like a ball of fire. So that's what I see. You know, I'm like, man, and nobody try to jump on him. You know, like come on, man, like But we had a couple of my friends did try, but man, it was bad, man.
Dang.
It was
so
bad.
Basically, the fuel truck exploded that he was working on. Then somehow they got him to medical. Do you know
they got the fire off him, and they got him to. He was on the way to Germany, so they had him wrapped up and stuff, healing. We thought, but it was just too much for him, you know.
Yeah.
And like 97%, man, that's like, man,
that's a lot, dude. That's your whole body.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
especially
crazy.
It's not just the surface either. It's inside of your body too.
Yeah.
He probably had it in his lungs and all that, you know.
All right, and then, like we was talking, probably like a couple hours before that.
Right.
So I'm like trying to see if he good and would respond to stuff when they was first telling me. And he ain't get no response. I was like, damn. This real, like you know that's when it hit me, like it's real.
Yeah. And what'd you do when you got that information? Did you try to go to where his body was, or did
Oh
you try
man,
to go to his
try,
family?
man. I was there.
You were there.
I was there, man. I was there. Me and his aunt still talk to this day. Me and his mom, like probably like once a month or so.
Yeah.
So that's big for me, man.
Yeah.
Like making sure she's okay.
Yeah. I'm sure that was obviously extremely difficult for them. You know,
definitely, man. Like I was there when the plane landed. I was there.
Yeah.
When they took him off the plane, I got pictures of the soldiers lifting him. I got all of it, man. It's on YouTube, man. His family crying. It's insane. Like, but Texas, man. Let's talk about Texas, man. Like the way they do a fallen soldier, you would know. Like they had like you would think Maddox was a star, like in Texas.
Yeah.
I'm talking about both sides of the road.
Yeah.
And like people screaming with flags. So I guess every veteran that passes in Texas, they put it out and people come. It's like a parade.
Yeah.
So they have a parade for when the plane lands all the way to the funeral home. However the family wants it lined up. So that's a long.
That's intense.
Right.
Yeah.
And with the motorcycles that come down, a motorcycle group, and they'll lead the casket in the hearse. Man.
Were you in that convoy that was
Yeah.
taking the
I
body?
was like, man.
And you saw all that?
All this, I was like, they doing this for my boy. Yeah. This is big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was his mom and aunt there too?
Oh yeah, the whole his whole family.
Yeah, I'm sure they appreciated that too.
Yeah, they went through a lot, man. They wasn't even from Texas.
Yeah.
No, they was from Louisiana. Went through the whole Katrina thing. Had to relocate. You know, so now his mom got to deal with this. I'm like, that's tough. Her only child.
Yeah. Oh, dang, that's intense.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you guys had the funeral and all that. Mm-hmm. What was kind of the aftermath for you, for his family, if you were still tracking them at this point, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You know, major struggles and all that.
Major struggles, man.
After we talk about that, we'll back it up to what was happening to you at the same time with your leg, you know, but kind of talk about the aftermath after he passed away, you know, in the line of duty. You know, were you and the family supporting each other? Kind of what was that like?
Yeah, we were supporting each other like every day. Like, I just text his aunt.
Yeah.
And just checking in, seeing how the family doing. Just that simple.
Yeah.
And she was like, we're good. And his mom's going through it, but, you know, we making it, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Miss Glenda, she's strong, man.
Yeah.
She's strong.
Where was the family living at this time? Were they in Louisiana or Texas?
Texas.
Or
Well, they kind of live in both.
Okay.
You know, it's close.
Yeah.
Beaumont, Texas.
Yeah.
And New Orleans. So I guess those two pretty close. So they were just always going back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah. Good to go.
Yeah, man.
So did they ever hit you up like, hey, can you come visit? Or
yeah,
can
man.
you spend some time with
always
us or
there. So
whatever?
I'm going to Houston
Yeah.
July 22nd through the 25th.
Nice.
That's the date he died.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to the cemetery, roses and flags. I always sending stuff, though, but I'm never there to put it on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this year I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Taking the kids with you, or are you just going?
Nah, just myself. Just solo.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Good time to remember and reflect.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So while that was going on, you know, you lost your leg within that same time frame.
Yep.
What happened there? You know, I know that you had just, if we're backing up the story a little bit, you had PCS to Fort Bragg, and what were you doing there? Going through airborne?
Yeah, I was going to airborne. I was already airborne at the time.
Yeah.
We were on a 2-week mission, training mission out in the field, man. We had like, I don't know what we was doing, man. Honestly, I don't know.
It's
but we was in the I don't remember.
Yeah.
But my dogs. Speaking of that, my dogs got in a fight in the backyard the night before we were supposed to go on the field.
You were into the dogs back then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they got in a fight in the backyard.
Oh gosh.
I think it was over some food.
Typical dogs.
So I go to break the dogs up.
Yeah.
I grab them with my hands. Rookie mistake.
Yeah, not a good
man,
idea.
tore my hands up, man. So I was at the ER for like 6 hours.
gosh.
I had to go to the ER and get some stuff done. I ended up missing like 4 days. out of that training mission, right? So I wasn't even trying to go. Ended up going anyways, and at the end of the mission, we do ammo. Like I was telling you, 88 Mike, we do everything, clean up, everything, break down, clean up. First day, last to leave. So we was doing the ammo. We got done with the ammo.
You're just basically moving it around, putting it. We have it on this truck where we had to keep it secure at all times, right?
Okay. Yeah. So if it's a truck, there somebody got to be with it.
Yeah.
So we have somebody out there with the ammo and stuff.
Yeah.
And when we're done with it, we take it back to like where all the ammo is at, locked up, where nobody had to stay with it, right?
Yeah.
So we was taking it back there. We did that part, but we had like some extra. I don't even know about all that, but we had some extra, man. And we were switching trucks and stuff. People were switching around.
Yeah.
I wasn't in this truck to begin with. But we was going back to, we was about to have a 4-day weekend. People was going back. So I just passed the promotion board.
Nice.
So me trying to be a high-speed leader, I let the soldiers go first. I'm like, hey, Matt, you can ride in that truck. I'll get in here, boom, boom. Yeah. That way you can fit, because she had kids too. Yeah. Go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah.
And, I'll ride with Dotson. We cool, everything good.
Yeah.
So, bet. Got in the truck and closing it. We just riding normal, like nothing's going on, and boom. Like, what the hell? I see the truck, like, closing gaps. Like, the first truck, like I was telling you, convoys, our spacings.
Yeah.
This truck, it stops, like.
Out of nowhere.
It stops. I'm like, whoa. So, that truck stops, E-brake. You hear it, shh. I was like, whoa, the E-brake on.
Yeah.
I see the door fly open. Next thing you know, boom, we this close.
What the heck?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I'm trying to jump up out of the seat, man. I got this left leg out. Right leg got stuck. Boom. So the collision happened. Everything go black for a second.
Yeah.
And I look down. I see my femur coming out of my pants.
What the hell?
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, God damn. Man, bro, I just broke my leg. I look over at him. He knocked out. I was like, what?
Yeah. What the heck,
I was like, oh, man. My leg, man. My leg. So.
Yeah.
And
was there any pain or anything? Or you just looked down and you're like, what the hell?
No, I was just in shock. I had no pain at the moment. Right?
Yeah.
He wakes up. Everybody else is looking at us. Everybody out the truck already looking. Nobody's doing anything. No. So he wakes up, man, and I see him kicking the windshield. Boom, boom. This dude is wake up going to action. He jumps. His door was jammed, so he jumps out the windshield, comes around, takes off his belt, tourniquet. Boom. He just starts working. He was like, bro, what y'all doing? I need all y'all belts. So he got 4 people over there, and they all gave him this belt. So he pulling tourniquets, keeping it tight. And I'm just sitting in the truck like, dang, I ain't got to do PT. Like, they ran you to death at Fort Bragg. So I'm like, bro, I'm not running no more here. Like, I'm done with that running. And they just looking at me like, bro, might be a little serious, more serious than running. So I try to look, and it was like, nah, lean back over this way. So I leaned back over, I sat back. And at this time, like, something just hit me and was like, this ain't right. Like, your femur looking at you.
Yeah.
Like, through your pants. And that's when it clicked. Like, that's why they putting these tourniquets on. I sit up, man. I looked out the window. I seen my tibia bone, like the bottom part. Man, that thing was clean. Like, it looked like somebody just opened my leg up, took it out, put it on the roll. Washed it clean. I was like, Lee. So I sat back. Everybody was like, nobody knew what road we was on. So this one guy, Byron, Ridley, he ran track. Man, this dude ran, I think, like 2 miles and back. Quit.
Yeah.
Got the street name. At this point, I'm like, man, look, give me my phone. I'm about to call my wife, my mom. I'm done.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
At least I can tell them I love them.
Yeah.
Cause I was getting ready. My mom was bringing my son back. So, we can he can stay with us again. So, that point, I called her, and she just like, huh? He hung up. He said, call Sam.
Yeah.
So he called my wife, and she was like, oh, okay. I'm like, hey, y'all sound like, no, I'm really over here about to die. Like, I'm calling to tell y'all, like, this might be y'all last time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause I can feel it, man. It was like my tongue was getting dry. Like,
Everything's draining.
yeah. Like, I'm like, this don't feel right.
Yeah.
And she was like, boy, you ain't going nowhere. Like, one of my friends sitting by me. And ambulance came, man. And just, I'm in pain, man.
Yeah.
So now y'all need to give me something.
Yeah.
And I was asleep. I remember getting on the stretcher, them getting me out. That was painful. That was the part where I was like, I
when
need.
they're pulling you out of there. Yeah. Extract you out of the vehicle.
Yeah, like, I was like, I need some pain medicine.
Yeah.
And
a lot of pain medicine.
Yeah, and I was calm, man. Like, it was like to the point I was so calm. You would think something happened like that, you would freak out, screaming. And no, man, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
That's how we were all talking at the scene.
Is your leg just before they got the tourniquet on? I'm sure there was like blood just
everywhere. I don't know.
You don't know?
No, because
Better you don't know.
If I don't look, I might be all right. Cause I still thought it was like just a broke leg, you know. Until I seen my leg, I was like, it's bad.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad.
It's
you know.
Yeah.
And they got me to the hospital. I woke up with no leg.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's how fast it happened.
Yeah. Like I was in a coma for like 2 days.
Oh
woke
my
up.
gosh.
Yeah. Man, I flatlined like 3 times. It was rough.
Dang.
It was rough from my records, from my record show.
Yeah.
But.
So was your family there at that point at the hospital?
When I woke up from the coma,
with us. You were being serious.
Yeah, that's when I knew like this some real. It's real because I woke up. I just remember opening my eyes, and I seen that like bright lights. I was like, God,
yeah,
that's bright. And then my neck started hurting. I was like, what?
Yeah. And
I looked down. They had when you're in a coma, you tubed up, man. So I'm tubed up, tubes everywhere, y'all. And I'm talking about everywhere. You name it.
Every orifice has
there, tubed up, man.
They made new orifices.
Yeah, man. So I'm like, man, I try to grab the things out, and I looked over. My brother was here. I'm like, whoa, that's how I know it's serious. My brother don't leave this area at all. He never leaves. So he was the only one in the room.
Was he still up in Seattle at that point?
No, he was out the Army. He was deputy sheriff. He a police at Dorchester County.
Okay.
Yeah. So
does he still do that, or is he?
Yeah, he's a lieutenant now.
Okay.
So he
nice.
Just lazy.
Yeah. So he showed up. You're like, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, this is real, man. He was over there asleep, and then he called the doctors in there, and they strapped me up, bound my hands and stuff, and started taking the stuff out my neck. And
Well, when you woke up and you figured out, were you like freaking
out?
Yeah.
I looked down because I had this cage on my leg. I didn't know I didn't have a leg at that point, but I know I had a cage, like for my femur.
Yeah.
They put this big cage on there, and it had like screws going in, like a Frankenstein type deal.
So you thought your leg was inside this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then like I was like, hold on, I only see 5 damn toes down. Right, I see 5 toes, man. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Then I was like, I know. Like, yeah, man. Like, the doctors came in. It was at this point, I had a little bit up under, like if you use my elbow as my knee.
Yeah.
I had a little bit of this much left, but it was like
below your knee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like you're not gonna be able to use it. It's gonna be painful. So another surgery.
Wait, so the doctors are the one giving you this info?
Yeah.
Or did your brother say, hey, you don't have a leg anymore before they got there?
No, I kind of saw the leg and stuff, and then the doctors came in, they explained it to me what was happening and trying to make me, I was like, oh, okay, I remember I got in the wreck at work. And And so they go in and cut more of my leg off. I was like, geez, and I ain't got no knee.
Yeah.
You know, if I had a knee, it's easier. You know, you can more flex. I lose one joint instead of two.
Right.
So
did they say they needed to take more off to help you in the future, or because that was just not usable at all?
Just say it wasn't
Not
usable.
usable.
Now, that was like, it's not usable.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So we got another. I think I had about 7 or 8 surgeries. About 7 surgeries total. I put a rod in my femur.
Hold it in place.
Yeah, it got uncomfortable, so I had it taken out when I got home. Yeah, they went and snatched the rod out my femur.
What the heck?
So I don't have any more pain now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, that's good.
yeah.
Dang.
As far as like the stump part.
So all this is going on. What are you thinking when you're in the hospital? You're getting all these surgeries.
Man, I was out of that, man. Like done with life, like because my son was 1. And all I wanted to do was like teach him how to play sports. Like I don't care about nothing else.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be active for my son. That's all that mattered to me.
Yeah.
And it changed when I got to Walter Reed. Like if nobody ever been there and you think you're going through a hard time, just go walk through there. You know what I'm saying? Just go walk through Walter Reed and you're not going through a hard time. You know, I seen like guys that with no limbs, man. I'm talking about torso and a head, smiling, burnt off faces, no ears, when you go to Walter Reed, you're gonna see some different shit.
Yeah.
So I'm just missing one leg. You know, I can deal with this here.
Yeah.
You know, at Walter Reed it got easy because they motivated me. You know, seeing those guys at physical therapy every day. When my therapist said walk, I'm gonna walk. You know, I played jokes on I would park my scooter and then drive around the corner, but I was like, nah, I really walked.
Yeah.
You know, but
yeah.
you know, those guys pushed me, man. They pushed me to work harder.
Yeah.
But when I left there, that's when it got hard again. Because, you know, all the opioids and, you know, all that shit. I was taking like 8 pills a day.
Dang.
Oxys, 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Just pull my hand like aspirins, pop them.
Yeah.
Like drink liquor behind it.
Yeah.
And go to the mall. Yeah. And like buy shit. That's what I would do. It started at Walter Reed because you can go in there, just make up something like, hey, doc, my hip hurt. Can I get some more oxys? Here you go, 100.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you're getting addicted at this point.
Yeah. And
is that something a lot of guys are going through?
Oh, man.
Most of them.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's bad.
Yeah.
Some people actually die in there from that.
What?
Yeah, suicides happen.
Yeah.
Walter Reed rough, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when you're over there, you know, you're doing the physical therapy with these guys with no limbs or they have crazy injuries. You know what I'm saying? That's a sour apple flavor.
Yeah, I like that one. It's smooth.
But, you know, are these guys telling you what they've been through, or they're just in the moment pushing, we got to get better? Was anybody really struggling? Like, I'm not going to do this. I'm done.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you seen that too.
Yeah.
Well, you
So you're getting the full spectrum.
Yeah, like I watched. Like that's how I learned that Walter Reed. I didn't ask questions. I didn't approach people like that. I watched, and I learned from a lot of guys. Like if you see their accounts on Instagram, you be like, "Oh, you had Walter Reed with that guy?" Yeah, like these like amputees that's pretty famous, I guess. I was at Walter Reed with a couple of them. This one dude, he was a ranger, lost his same like me.
Yeah.
And like less time, rehabbed, and went back to war. He didn't get out the army or nothing like that.
Yeah.
He was back in Afghanistan, walking around like on convoys, shooting and
with one leg or with
with one leg with prosthetic, just like me. Yeah.
Dang.
That's what he did. I would watch him come in physical therapy every day before he started. He'd come in early and just eat like boiled eggs out of case. Like the whole damn rack of boiled eggs. I think it'd be like 12. He'd eat them all. I was like, damn, dude. Like, he big, man. He a big, strong. He probably like 6'5", yoked.
Yeah.
So, but he was like, he probably was, I think he might have been special forces, man. Like, so he had a whole different mindset coming in there.
Yeah.
You know. So I would watch from him, and then I would see other dudes that well, an amputee like me, they would be lifting weights. Like, I want to do that. I was
Yeah.
like, nah, you ain't doing that yet. You doing this right here. So they really make you take your time, you know, to get to places.
Did they let you work your upper body while you were trying to fix your lower body, or because your whole?
All core, man.
Oh, okay.
All core.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm talking about planks for an hour. Like side planks, the front planks. That's all you do. Balance, work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's intense.
Yeah, so if you take it serious, you won't have no excuses.
Yeah.
You know? But I know people in there like, I'm like, bro, you can get out of that chair, man. Like, bro, you can get out the chair.
Yeah.
You the same condition as me. Come on now.
Yeah.
You know, and like they'll get him a service dog and be mobile and gaining weight, man.
Yeah.
I see people come in my size, leave, whole nother person.
Yeah.
Just heavy.
Yeah.
You know. And I was going down that lane.
Yeah.
You know, I look back when I took a picture with John Wall, that's what changed mine.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I looked like standing by somebody in shape.
Yeah.
Saw him at Target at like midnight. Snapped the picture. Was looking at him like, bro, you out of there. Saw him, you out of there, man. Look at your stomach. Like, bro, you got boobs. Like, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you can't. So after that, I got into a little CrossFit training at physical therapy with this guy that was doing it. Like, it's cool, just stay in shape. And then I met this girl, Janet, man. I tell you, she is dope. I'm talking about dope.
Yeah.
She in charge of the marathons.
Okay.
So, man, this lady, like, changed my life, man, as far as, like, seeing different things. She put me on a hand cycle. We'll go and do races with other disabled veterans and people around the world.
Yeah.
So it's just pushing you. So you have to train to do a marathon. So that's something I fell in love with, doing marathons.
Yeah.
Did about 11 marathons, man, on a hand cycle.
What year were you starting this? Do you remember what year you started getting with her and doing the marathons?
Oh, 2013.
2013?
Yeah, that's when I lost my leg in 2013.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is happening while you're still doing the physical therapy at
Yeah,
Walter Reed.
she comes there and
Okay. She recruits
yeah,
you.
she recruits. She'll get you in there. Yeah, but she pretty much lived there. Like, she live in New York, but she always there, like, working with people with hand cycles or bikes and stuff.
Yeah.
Even runners. Like, when people that want to run, that's why I tell you, no excuses, man. I got amputee friends that they don't ride no hand cycle.
Yeah.
No legs. They put 2 blades on and ran 26.2 miles.
That's intense.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I got to seeing that point of my hand cycling, you know, career part, right? So I'm like, and these big marathons like Boston, Chicago, Detroit, like, they treating us like, man, like private jets. That's how I will fly into these places.
What?
Yeah,
Nice.
like leaving out of here from the Somerville airport.
Yeah.
The little one,
What?
just drive right up the gate, get on the plane,
Dang, dude.
take off. Yeah,
That's cool.
Like, that's how Team Achilles do it, man.
Yeah.
So I got to a point where I was seeing, like, friends running it with no legs. So I'm like, bro, nah. I'm starting to feel some type of way because I'm competitive.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I'm doing the hand cycling so I can feel pain, not to win them, because there's some people that's doing a 26-mile race in an hour.
Yeah.
I was at 2-hour mark. I'm halfway done. They done.
Yeah.
I'm not competing with them, man.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to train too, because that just for me training for the 2 hours killed me.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is not for me, but it hurts, and I want something that's going to hurt me.
You wanted the pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did
You
that.
wanted to feel it. Yeah.
And I was like, you know, Cedric ain't got no damn legs, man.
Yeah.
And he be running like a fool, like uphill, downhill. He still go back to his unit and run with them.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
That's intense.
I seen his stuff too.
Yeah,
He's
seen his
pretty
stuff.
he a motivational speaker.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Nice.
And I would see this dude come out my hallway. We lived on the same hallway at Walter Reed. I would see him come out, get on the elevator, and leave. I'm like, this dude ain't never complaining. Master Saw ain't never complaining. He always high spirit.
Yeah.
And, you know, like,
That pushed you to a different line of thinking.
yeah. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try something else, and I got into powerlifting. Yeah.
So you did, just so I'm tracking, you did like 11 marathons on the hand bike, and then you went into powerlifting at that point.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like,
And powerlifting, for those who don't know, is squat, deadlift, and bench press.
yeah.
You got one leg, and you're like, I'm gonna squat, I'm gonna deadlift.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I just train for the deadlift part. So, but squats, that's easy money.
Now, when you got into the powerlifting, obviously with one leg, you got to balance a lot differently, right? So you're learning how to, you're like going back to what you were talking about earlier, stability. It becomes crazy important.
It does,
right?
man. Core.
Yeah. So what was that training
core.
like when you started getting into the powerlifting?
I just started picking up. I just went to the gym.
Started picking up
Like
heavy things.
I was like, I want to deadlift. Like I wanted to deadlift. I don't really care about bench press because that ain't my thing. But if I had one arm, that would be something I would, because that would be more difficult. So for
You're
me,
going for a difficult thing.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna try the squats, but I didn't like the way the weight shifted, So I'm like, I wouldn't be able to get the numbers I wanted really on a squat. So that would bother me. So I talked with Heather, and she was like, "No, you can just do deadlifts." So I just started putting weight on the bar. Let's go in there deadlift. And I was surprised myself because I would put like 225 on there, and I was like, nah, this can't be this easy. It can't be.
You're yoking.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and on my leg. So
yeah.
And after a while, my prosthetic was breaking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
From all the weight?
Yeah, because this is not supposed to go over 225 pounds, right?
Yeah.
So.
Do you ever have one crack on you when you got weight up? Did one?
No, never that.
Yeah.
But like the hydraulic fluid will go out, and that's worse, man. So
yeah,
you no balance, no reliability. So walking down those stairs, I would have to go one step at a time. But that deadlifting, and then I would put 315 on there. I was like, oh, I can do this too.
Yeah.
So and after that point, I was like, the goal now is to be able to rep 315.
Yeah.
Heather wrote me like a dope plan.
Yeah.
And we picked a meet, and I did a meet with Heather.
Nice.
And I deadlift. My max was 407.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Dude.
Pretty dope.
Most people with two legs can't even do 405. You know what I'm saying?
The goal was 500 like afterwards, man. But I kept getting like nagging injuries and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I know I've seen on your Instagram, where you say, hey, most people, they see me doing this, doing that day in, day out, but they don't understand how much pain it is. And I seen you one time on your story. I think you had your prosthetic off and showed how much blood was going on.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was during a workout or something.
No, it's after.
Yeah.
It was after a workout, man.
So you're making things look easy, but then people just
underneath this thing, man.
Yeah.
It's wild underneath this thing, man. Like right now, I didn't know if I was gonna be able to wear it. I was here today.
Oh, really?
I was just like, we're gonna try.
Yeah.
I went to the gym this morning.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good. Got home, showered, put some heat on it. It was good.
Yeah.
I was like, I can wear it today.
Yeah.
A little painful, but I just get these blisters and like little knots, man, and you can pop them, man, and
it's crazy,
man. That's probably worse than losing the leg, man.
Yeah.
When you get them things, because that's like the sharpest pain. It's like putting a light on your skin and just leaving it there for a while.
That just comes from the constant rubbing when the prosthetic's on there.
Yeah, man. Or putting a needle and just stabbing it. Like it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
When you were at Walter Reed, did they walk you through different levels of prosthetics? How'd you get to the ones you're using now? Because I know you said the one you got. This one you got a computer chip in it and everything. That's
they gave me this when I first got to Walter Reed, right? So these came out. I got lucky.
Yeah.
And got hurt at the right time.
Yeah.
So I got to Walter Reed. They were like, hey, this is the new X3. You're supposed to be able to do this, that, and that. Well, you're supposed to be able to get in the water. You're supposed to be able to run. You're supposed to be able to walk upstairs regular, walk down regular.
Dang.
So it's a regular leg, basically.
Yeah.
I said, okay.
Yeah.
I got the leg, man. I put that thing on. Once I started learning how to walk, I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
You can do all that stuff, man. Like I can go to the beach with my kids, straight in the water. Don't even have to take it off.
What
Like
the heck?
people be looking at me at the pool. Like I like going to the pool, right?
You're
In
freaking
the
them
summertime,
out.
so I go in the pool with the swimming trunks and stuff. And they be
Yeah.
looking at me like, I wonder if he gonna get in the pool, and I'll dive right in, leg and all, man. I was like, what? Yeah,
Yeah.
leg and all.
How's it like sync up with how you're moving? It just
Oh, it's all about my hip movement, my
Okay.
gait movement, and they program it when I first get it, to the speed. I used to ride motorcycles with this thing too, so I would have a
nice.
motorcycle setting to it. So it's a lot of things you can do with
Yeah.
this leg. This shit like $100,000, man,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I had like 2.
'cause
Yeah.
you broke one lifting weights.
Yeah, and I donated the other one. Yeah,
Okay,
I donated that one. They got it fixed. And I got another leg, some moto knee for deadlifting, so I don't break it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that bad boy costs too. I'm like the VA man, they be hooking me up.
Yeah.
So as long as I stay active,
Yeah.
yeah, they'll give you the best.
Take
When
care
you
of you.
stop doing stuff, they gonna forget.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what we gonna give you that $100,000 knee for you to sit at home?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
So so after you got into the powerlifting for a while, what did you kind of get into after that? What kind of got you into the bodybuilding side of the house? Was it kind of powerlifting, bodybuilding at the same time, or then you kind of shift your gears into bodybuilding? How'd it kind of pan out?
That was a good question. I'm actually trying to think, like, how did I say I want to compete? What made last year? What said I'm gonna get on the stage?
Well, you got in the powerlifting competition.
Yeah, and I
You
won
did
that one.
Checking the block.
That's really how it starts, right?
Okay.
I have goals I set, and I'm like, man, I done did a bunch of hand cycles. Like, I can give another veteran this opportunity, this seat to take his family, ride on private planes, live a good life, have fun. If I want to come out and chill with Janet and the people, I can buy a ticket, just go out there and hang out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, next goal, powerlifting.
Yeah.
Did that. Cool. Got a award for that. Checked my box. I wanted to get in the 400-pound club. If I didn't, I'd still been doing it. 400-pound club, I got it. Checked the box.
Yeah.
I was like 500 pounds. I was like, wait a minute, dog,
Yeah.
this shit hurt.
Yeah.
No, so I was like, let's go to crunch. I started lifting weights. I started doing more of like bodybuilding movement. Watching YouTube, seeing men's physique came across. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
Looked at it. I was like, oh, they just judged the upper body. That's what it really was. So I'm
Okay.
like, now I can compete
Yeah.
in something that's even.
Yeah.
It's no bias because they're only judging us from the waist up.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm going to give it a try.
Yeah.
So I got this coach out in Texas. He was helping me for a while. We was working out pretty good. Great guy, man.
Would you travel out there to train with them at all?
No, it was just over the internet, just
Yeah.
over Instagram and emails, right?
Yeah.
So great guy. We did our work like that. And then I met the coach I got now. When I seen him at Crunch, I already knew, like, yeah,
This is the guy.
that's him, right? That's the one I want.
Which crunch were you going to?
The one in Latson.
Okay.
Right on Latson Road. So I went in there, man. Worked out with him. I was like, man, I'll pay you to coach me. He started coaching me. And people will say, like, you got a good physique to, like, do a show or... I'm like, nah, bro. Like, I seen him. You know what I'm saying? So we picked the show.
Yeah.
And my diet was strict, everything to the point when I did it last year. Went out there, not knowing what to expect.
Yeah.
It was like 10 or 11 athletes. And I made first call-outs, man, at my first show.
Yeah.
And that's what you want in bodybuilding and men's physique, first call-outs.
Yeah.
And after that, let everything fall where it will, because at this point you got the best 5 out there, right?
Yeah.
So I went from 5th to 4th to 3rd.
Dang.
I was like, man, I got a 3rd place finish at my first show. You know what I'm saying? NPC. So why not keep running with it?
What'd that make you feel like when you were in those call-outs?
Man, I felt great.
Yeah.
Like at that point,
Were you shocked? Were you like, holy shit?
I was shocked, man.
Yeah.
There was some guys there, but I'm starting to understand it now. There was some guys there that were huge, like jacked.
Dang.
But if you just that big, you got to be able to pose. You got to have conditioning. So that's why I always call myself an American Pit Bull Terrier because, and that's why I use that logo. You got to be able to do conditioning when it comes down to those last couple weeks, the last 3 weeks.
Also, it doesn't like muscle tone definition, so you might have more tone and definition than a bigger guy,
right?
You know, and
exactly.
So you're going to be judged better, right?
More striations, you know, things like that.
Yeah,
and they'll just say, "Did a great job this time." What they told me in my first show, just grow, man. You're on a great path. Just grow.
Yeah.
Tight waist, keep your waist small, and just keep growing.
Yeah.
So I got it.
You said the diet was pretty strict. What was it like? Was your coach giving you exactly what to eat?
Yeah, that's
eat
what
this
do.
At this time, eat that at that time.
That's how.
What was the basic meal plan at that point?
I give y'all a little something because I know I give y'all.
Don't give the whole thing, you know.
Because they might be like, "Oh, let's see, y'all ain't getting it."
Yeah. No competitors are out there. The competitors are listening to. I gotta beat this guy.
But we'll do like chicken.
Yeah.
All lean meats, no fats, like 93.7. The leaner you go, the better. So like 97.4 or 3, you know.
Yeah.
So we'll just go like that. Jasmine rice. I don't know if you seen my story the other day, but I posted something with just chicken and rice. A bunch of chicken and rice. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Chicken and rice at this time and how much.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to the gym, I eat this amount. If I'm not, I eat this amount.
Because you're in a competition phase right now, right? So you got to make sure you're super tight, super lean.
The water gets cut. Like it's crazy. Like it'll be 2 days before the show. You don't get nothing but a bottle of water.
What?
For
No
those
food?
2 days.
No food?
You get your food.
Oh, you get a little bit of food? Yeah.
You still eat the same meals.
Oh, but the coach will tell you can only have 2 cups of water all day.
You want to be dry. What? Yeah, you want to get dry. See right now?
Yeah.
No veins.
Yeah.
Cut. Yeah, definitely dehydrated. You sucking all the water out of you, man. Some people
super tired and all that.
And some people take water pills on top of that. So
dang.
Just to try to get super, super dry.
Yeah.
But I just do another little trick that I learned from Ronnie Coleman. If y'all want to know, y'all just go listen to Ronnie Coleman. He got a lot of videos.
He's got a lot. You listen to his Joe Rogan interview?
Yeah.
That's a good interview.
Yeah, so I just do a little trick from Ronnie, man. And, you know, I just go like that. We don't do the water pills, push it, because I'm already a smaller guy. So I want to keep my mass, you know, as much as possible. So, yeah.
Oh, I get super intense. You
know?
Yeah,
it's like, it's a science. It's really a science. Like, my first show, I didn't know what I was doing, man. I was trying to go in just as tight as I can be. Yeah. Man, I look back, I was like, man, you lost so much muscle doing prep by trying to be so tight, doing so much cardio. But I toned back the cardio this time. I have more size, tighter waist. Yeah.
You learn as you go.
Learn as you go. When to eat before stage. You don't want to eat too much.
Yeah.
Lose the abs.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah. It's a science, dude. You're dialing it in.
That's what it is.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's intense. So I know I've done like, you know, just not competing wise, but like I've gone to deficits before just to try and tighten some things up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like tired. I'm struggling. I'm like, I don't know how these competitors do it.
Yeah,
now I look at your Instagram, I'm like, dude, this guy's intense, bro. You know?
And still got to go lift at the same intensity.
Yeah.
Still push the same weight.
So it's a mindset.
No food. Yeah.
It's a mindset.
Definitely
Getting yourself there, you know?
But you can do it. Just do it.
Yeah. And then when you go into the off season, I guess you get to go back into gaining.
Man, Chick-fil-A, baby. Every morning, that's my breakfast.
Hell yeah. Get back to, you know, feeling good, getting your energy back.
Definitely what it's going to be.
You know?
Size. More size.
Do you have like a goal every off season? Like I need to add this much weight.
I did, man, but since I went natural side, it's not anymore.
It's hard.
I just want to stay. They want this natural side, like aesthetics. You know what I'm saying? It's leanness, full muscles. When you go to the NPC side, you gotta those men physique competitors compared to the natural ones. Those guys bodybuilders. They just got shorts on.
Yeah.
They jacked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I did have one then. I wanted to gain. Like I want to step on stage 160. That was my goal for this year.
Yeah.
Wasn't nowhere close, man. I was 153. I was only 3 pounds heavier than I was last year. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard.
It's real hard.
Real hard.
So I was like, I'm gonna give myself 10 years in this sport, and that's it is what it is at the end.
Yeah. Now your training, do you still do some powerlifting with your training, or no, you just go straight bodybuilding?
I haven't done no. I was deadlifting and stuff, but I got a calf injury. That I don't tell people, like, my injuries, man, you know. So I got a calf injury midway through prep for my last show, and I couldn't walk for a week. Yeah, I strained my calf. That thing like Luca got.
Yeah.
Luca down to the strained calf. I had that same one. I was in my wheelchair. Like, I couldn't put any pressure. So that's how I was like, how is this guy playing the game?
You can't even walk around.
Can't walk, can't do no cardio. So I'm hitting my coach. I'm like, we going to pull out the show or what? He was like, what did the doctor say? So they said about a week or two for it to heal. And it still cramps up on, like, occasion. Yeah. So he was like, nah, we can still push it if you want to. We just dial it in with your food.
Yeah.
I said, okay.
Yeah.
And this dude a genius, man. Like, cardio is really not up like that.
Yeah.
It's my food out there. Like, cutting back on foods, do my cardio time that he sent me.
Yeah.
And that's it.
How long's he been in the business doing coaching and all that, do you know?
At least 5 years, man.
Yeah.
He got his pro card like 3 years ago and really been growing since.
Yeah.
So he a whole different person from his last show 3 years ago.
Yeah.
This man like 300 pounds shredded.
Golly. That's intense, dude.
Shredded, man.
Well, one thing people don't think about with bodybuilders, discipline. Dude, to compete, well, powerlifters too. And, with the hand bikes and everything that you've been through. But people don't think about bodybuilders in this fashion, I feel like. But discipline. The amount of discipline you have to stay on track.
Right.
Especially like me and you, we got kids. I'm not a bodybuilder, but like you're a bodybuilder, you got kids. You might come home from the gym. Your kids are having some pizza rolls. It'd be real easy to grab one and shove it down the mouth real quick, what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
But you can't.
Crazy snacks in the house, like crazy snacks.
Whereas if there was no kids, you just take everything out, keep everything good in the house, no factor. But you got kids, so they need some of that kid food. You know what I'm saying?
Not to mention, like, you gotta go outside and play, man. Like, Daddy, can we go hit the baseball? Like, chief, it's 100 degrees out there, cuz. Like, a little later, I'm like, let's get it out the way then. Come on.
Yeah.
No, so we'll go hit the baseball and stuff.
Yeah.
And some days I'll just push it off and go at midnight, like I was telling you, man. Like, like, if it's too much, I kept trying to go, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna have to go when everybody's asleep tonight. Yeah.
I get up super early to go when my kids are sleeping, just to maintain my physical fitness.
See, the early, man, like, I try the earliness, but I'm flat, man. Like,
yeah. It's not the same when you have food in you. It's better, especially if you're competing, to go when you got food and more fuel in your body.
Exactly.
Yeah. So good to go. Kind of backing it up a little bit in your story, you were talking about Walter Reed. A lot of people, they struggle with medication, pain relief.
Yeah.
What was going on with you in that part of life?
Man,
how'd you break out of that?
That was a rough part of my life, man. Like, I was an addict, man. I was popping pills and drinking like daily, all the time, all day. I know I was an addict because I wasn't getting no feeling from it. Like, as far as like, at first when I take it, I would get like woozy and I'm good. I got to sit down and go to sleep. And took the pain away. Yeah. That's good. And then as I got older, got taken more, it didn't do nothing. I was like, that's why I got up to like 8, like at that time. Yeah. But man, they gave me something called Dilaudid in the hospital. Not the pill form. They gave it to me in the IV. Yeah. God, man, like, I'm trying to see how I can explain it. Like, it's the best drug out. Like,
I had some of that when my appendix burst.
Jesus, man. I can still remember that feeling, man. Like, that thing make you have a setback, man. Like, just thinking about, like, the feeling I had. Like, it hit your vein, and I was paralyzed, man. I don't know if you got like that. I couldn't move, man. Like, I couldn't move when they gave me the Dilaudid. And there was this show on at the time. There was a hotel movie, a motel. It was weird, man.
Yeah.
It was a weird show. It was like a mom and her son.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Bates Motel.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, that's a crazy.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, why am I watching this show?
Yeah.
I couldn't turn the channel, man. Like, I couldn't reach for nothing. Like, I don't know what the lot it was or how much they gave me.
It must have given you a lot, bro.
But, man, I couldn't move, man. And I watched, like, I got addicted to that show, and that's what I watched in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? I was like, can you turn on Bates Motel? And she'll come in there and give me my Dilaudid. And I'd be like, and then we was getting ready to leave, and you know they give you a medicine list, right?
Yeah.
I was looking at the medicine. I seen Dilaudid. I said, can you take this one off? Because I knew like how it make me feel. So
Yeah.
it's pill form, she scratched it off.
Yeah.
I'm glad I scratched that off, man, because that thing was crazy.
Yeah.
You know, but I went cold turkey as far as
You went cold. You realized that you were addicted, and you're like, I got to be done with this.
Yeah,
shit.
I went cold turkey, man. I remember
Did you have
like,
crazy withdrawals and all that?
sweating it out like you see on the movies, and sweating it out in the bed, sleeping by a toilet, throwing up,
Dang.
diarrhea, like 3 days.
Everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of that stuff. Even a lyrical for the nerve pain, as far as like phantom pain. I don't know if people know what that is.
Can you talk through that real quick, just for the listener?
Phantom pain is like I can still feel everything that was there.
Yeah.
I said if I'm taking a shower and I feel water running down this leg and I think about it too much, I can feel it running down my right leg that I don't have.
Yeah.
So can you imagine trying to dry, or let's think about scratching yourself, like itching. Like if you have an itching toe,
Yeah.
and you can't scratch it.
Because there's no toe there.
There's no
but
toe.
Your body feels
Right.
like your body's making you think.
Your toe
there's
itching.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that toe been gone, man.
Yeah.
Like, so it'd be like those days. So you have to go through like mirror therapy. So I'm big on, what I do is I try to keep my leg on as much as possible, because I think it gives me the sensation like I got a leg. You know, I can still feel phantom pain right now. All day I feel it. Like, kind of feel like ants because my nerves are going crazy all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
But I got used to that one. So
Yeah.
that one doesn't bother me. It's the itching and the water.
Dang, dude.
That shit bothers me because I can't scratch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that
That's
medication
what
was
I'm saying.
helping with that.
Yeah,
but you had to
lyrical.
cut that too. You cut everything.
Cut the lyric out. That made me gain weight. It makes you eat a lot. So I cut the lyrical. And
You said, I'm just
Found the
going
gym,
to
man.
mentally work through this.
the gym.
You know?
We got in the gym.
Yeah. Good to go, man. That's intense. A lot of people out there, whether or not they have been through loss of a limb or something like that, they struggle with medication, you know, addiction. And they want to know how to break free from it. You know what I'm saying?
Even with a broken arm or something like that, they'll give you like oxys or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, some pain medicines. People would get addicted to that. Hurt back and stuff at work.
Yeah. But you have to, what you're saying is you have to make the decision yourself
yeah.
that you're done with it.
You got to.
Yeah.
If not, you can have a long road. A real long road.
Sometimes that road takes people down, unfortunately.
Yeah, it does, man.
Destroys them.
I lost a friend to that.
Really?
At Walter Reed.
Oh, dang.
He actually just died maybe 2 years ago. We went through rehab together and stuff like that. His name was Travis. And they was like, man, Travis died. I was like, what? Like, yeah, man. He was taking he's never stopped taking his pills and stuff, I guess. So, yeah.
Dang.
Overdose, yeah.
So if someone wants to make a change, they have to do it themselves. You know, a doctor can't tell you that. I mean, they can, but, you know, you're the one that makes the decision at the end of the day.
You got to look at your own pictures, man, and just see how you look. And if you fine with that, that's on you.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Yeah. And you made the change.
Yeah.
So other than, you know, you already talked about phantom pains, how they happen all the time, even today.
Yeah.
And the gym helps you get through that, and your mindset, obviously. But what other kind of things were you doing to kind of help get you away from needing that? Obviously, you went cold turkey, but you know, from having the medication to assist versus I'm raw dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm all natural, ain't got nothing.
Like, that's just what it is, man. Like, I guess I'll talk about this also. Like, my dad's struggling right now, so a lot of that stuff, it kind of sets me to pushing hard on this health lifestyle. my dad wasn't in my life. But he's going through like health issues right now, like heart failure, cancers, this and that. Lost his legs just to health reasons, right? Like things like that.
Yeah.
So I look at that as change. My dad did drugs and stuff too, so if that's the path, like I can just look at it and see, like I don't want to look like that for my kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I want. Now I see my kids flexing in the mirror.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that pushes me to keep staying on my fitness and, stay away from, you just got to find that thing.
Yeah.
You
Set
know
an
what I'm saying?
example.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever motivates whoever it is. Let's say someone's struggling with addiction. Someone's struggling with, the psychology behind losing a limb or losing someone that's close to you.
That's tough too. Like the way you lose a leg, like that bothered me for a while. Like I was telling you, like I did all that wild stuff in Afghanistan, like, and I come back here and lose it in a wreck, an accident like that, man. So I'd rather lose it jumping out the plane.
Yeah.
Like now parachute not open or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the kind of mindset I struggle with too. So everybody got their own demons and stuff. You just got to push through them.
Yeah.
However you can. In the gym, that's my way.
Yeah. That's
Competing,
your medicine.
That's my way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That keeps you focused. You
Definitely.
know what I'm saying? Yeah. And your kids too.
Most definitely.
You gotta,
sports.
Exactly.
Yeah. Stay active.
Well, what's some of your secrets on going back to the bodybuilding? What's some of your secrets on building a strong, chiseled core? You hear the rumor, hey, abs are built in the kitchen.
That's not a rumor. Like when I saw that question, I said they gonna hate my answer to that one. That's not a rumor, man.
Yeah.
I don't do sit-ups. I don't do no ab work.
Yeah.
I do hyperextensions basically for your lower back, and leg raises for your lower abs, but and I probably do like 3 sets of 20. Y'all can have that free nugget. 3 sets of 20 of each of those, man. But it's really in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like if you wanna, you just gotta stick to it consistency. People like what workouts you do. I don't post a lot of my workouts because it's the same workout, man. If you look at my page, it's posing now. Sometimes it'll be lat pull downs. It used to be deadlifts. It's because that's what I did to get here. If I want to get numbers in deadlift, I went to the gym and deadlift every day.
Yeah.
So I could see what it felt like.
Yeah.
How you get your back like that, man? Bro, I do pull-ups every day.
Yeah.
I do lat pull down every day. If it's chest day, I'm gonna burn out on lat pull downs or pull-ups, regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just being consistent.
Same thing, man. Same thing. Over
just
and over.
Pushing
and over.
yourself, challenging yourself.
Like in the kitchen, just cut back on the carbs. Man,
Yeah. I don't know. That's hard, That donut's looking at you. You can't have a donut in the house, Those chicken nuggets, they're looking at you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that stuff sounds good right now, man. Nothing but protein. That's all I got. Protein and low carbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Good to go. So anyway, the other thing you're into is bullies. And we already talked a little bit about how you were into them back when you were in the Army, But what are you into now with your bully? Kind of what has spanned throughout your time working with the dogs? What got you into them? What'd you go through? I know you were breeding them for a while. You told me earlier you're kind of toning that down now. And then what are your goals going forward with them?
I got into breeding probably in 2012, I'll say.
Okay. Fort Bragg area?
Yeah, Fort Bragg area. When I got to Fort Bragg,
and you had a couple dogs before that.
Yeah.
That were just your
just
dogs.
just my little dogs. I had some dogs, and it wasn't really. I bred them, but it wasn't really at the level that I wanted to breed at. I wanted like them nice bullies you see, right?
Oh yeah.
So I found me one of them breeders, man, and I went to see him, and I seen the white dog Ice. I was like, God,
yeah,
I gotta have him.
I gotta have him.
I bought him, man, and I just started breeding like a look that I wanted.
You do a lot of research on it? Or
Yeah, a whole lot of research, man. Like matching pedigrees. Yeah, it's real complicated to know what bloodlines you want, how you want your dog to look, because if you matching it, like for instance, for one of my breeders I did that created our champion dog, Bruno. At that time, I was looking for a hog hunting dog, like that bloodline. So I found him and I matched
powerful.
it. Yeah,
super strong.
And I matched it up, man, and we came out with an amazing dog. And he athletic. He wins shows. He champed out in like 3 different federations. Calm. Like I wish I'd have kept him.
Yeah.
My kennel partner got him. So.
Oh yeah.
So it's all good. And just I think I reached my point in breeding to where I accomplished that also. Like I wanted to produce like an awesome dog for the show ring, something like the dude I bought a dog from.
Yeah.
Something like him. And I did that, and I was like, well,
checking the bucks.
Breeding was fun. Right? So, and it's like I kept trying to get back in it, and the passion out there. So now I just got some pets. I post them around it now and then. I just keep them for pets. But
yeah. How was it like raising a couple litters of puppies?
Oh, at first it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. At first, like raising puppies, like seeing a puppy born. All puppies don't make it. Learning how to bring a puppy back from the dead to life. Stand up and feeding the puppies, like sleeping on a couch downstairs with a baby monitor. You hear puppies whining. You got to make sure she don't sleep on top of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'm always like in there doing that type of stuff. So
it
was fun at first, getting all the cute pictures. Like, look at the dogs, man. By like 4th or 5th litter, you're like, man, damn this, man. Like, I'm tired of wiping out shit. Like, I was like, man, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do like 1 breeding a year if that. Some people like, you breeding again?
Yeah.
People hit my kennel partner. He got something now with me. Nah.
People reaching out to you all the time trying to get on the list or whatever.
Yeah. So I like them, man. It's fun.
Good to go. That's a good experience, but it takes a lot out of you. A
lot of work.
Taking care of those puppies.
And you're not traveling. I had people bring dogs back because they didn't know, like, bro, you can't just travel a week go on vacation for a week. Yeah. You got a dog now, so you got to set up, housing for your dog. You got to have somebody to come walk your dog, feed your dog. Yep. Some people was like, I didn't know I was going to have to do all that, man.
I thought it was just something I have.
Yeah, that $2,000 and here you go. Yeah. And give me the dog back. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to resell it. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Good to go.
That's good. They bring it back though. I like people bring it. I always put that in contracts. Just bring the dog back if you don't want it. Yeah. If you don't want. That's another reason why we charge the way we do. Like people don't think about it this way, but let's say you spend $400 on a dog. It's easy to be like, I'm done with this dog, man. Yeah. You spend $2,000, $3,000. You're not gonna be too quick to be like, I'm done with this dog.
It's an investment.
Exactly. So,
you got to know that you really want that.
Right. That's why we charge the way we do, man.
Yeah, exactly. And you have people from all over the area coming to you for dog, or back when you were big into it?
Like, everywhere, man. I got dogs in Texas. I got,
I figured they come from all over the country trying to
shipping.
Get it.
Alabama.
Nice. Good to go.
Yeah, man.
So there's a lot of people out there in today's world where they're feeling sorry for themselves. You know what I'm saying? They have all their legs. They have all their arms. And maybe they think that their life is hard. Maybe their life is hard. Right. You know what I'm saying? What can you say to these types of people to help try and get them on a path where they're going to victory, to success, versus feeling bad about themselves? Because you've been there. You've lost a brother in arms. You know what I'm saying? You've lost your leg. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, compared to other individuals through other paths of life, you've been through the shit, and now you're a competitive bodybuilder. You're obviously this is your goal right now that you're working on. You've already done the powerlifting. You've already done the marathoning, all the stuff you've done before. What do you have to say to that type of person, about, hey, press on, move forward to victory, to success, versus dwell on the bad parts of life,
Man, what I tell people, man, one day at a time, man. I literally say that to everybody who comes in, like, to my DMs and just, hey, man, like, you motivational and I'm struggling with this. One day at a time. You take it one day at a time. Like, it's all right to go, like, cry it out, whatever you got to do. But find that person that's struggling just as bad as you and just try to follow what they're doing.
Yeah.
Or do it better than what they're doing. That's all I do.
Yeah.
That's all I do. I got a lot of amputee people that's doing like way more like I told you, my boy Cedric, man. This man wakes up and run with no legs and love it. You wouldn't look at his page and be like, nah, he loves the shit. Yeah,
like, so that's what's pushing
miles.
you.
Yeah, I
that motivates you.
Yeah. So I'm like, I go there and I listen. He, like I said, he's a motivational speaker. I watch his speeches and stuff. I got another friend, no legs. He just got gold. They just got gold at the Olympics and for sled hockey.
Damn.
Yeah. So, man, just to see Ralph doing his thing, man, and with no limbs and 2 gold medals.
Yeah.
You just gotta find people that's struggling worse than you, and mine's are my friends that's worse than me, but get up every day and go hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if someone reaches out to you and says, "Hey, I found you motivational," you're like, "Hey, do what you see me doing."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I motivate you, get after it.
Get after it, man. I told one dude, he wrote on my comment, man, I'm just trying to be like you, or you motivate me, something like that. I was like, man, be better than me. Like you can be better than me. He an amputee also.
Yeah.
So just why be like me?
Right. Just get after it.
Yeah, I'm trying to be better than the next person, man. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just push each other.
And everyone has different things that happen in their life, whether you lose a leg, whether you lose an arm, whether something happens to you psychologically, because, there's things that affect everybody. So I'm not trying to say that one thing's better than another or worse than another, you know what I'm saying? But we all have our challenges. Like you said earlier, we all have our demons, but what you do in that moment is what really matters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You can go left or right, man.
Yeah. You got to get on the path.
You can sit there and cry all day, or, like, man, like I promise y'all, like, I sit in the house sometimes be depressed, man. Just sitting in the house depressed, right? And I get up and walk outside. I be like, damn, it feel good outside.
Yeah.
And I feel better.
Yeah.
Just by going outside.
Yeah.
So just little small things, one day at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good to go. What about people who they have a goal? Maybe someone says, I want to be a bodybuilder, or I want to be a power lifter, or I want to do this, or I want to do that. They have a goal, but now they're finding excuses to meet their goal. Well, you know what? I can't be a bodybuilder because I'm feeding my kids chicken nuggets. So I just got to eat the chicken nuggets too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's easy. You don't want to be a bodybuilder. Nah, that's the easy answer. If you got an excuse like that, nah, man.
If someone says they have a goal, they're coming up with excuses of why they can't meet their goal. What do you say to that kind of person?
No, I'm saying, if I got somebody who said they want to, like for instance, somebody said we was at a nutrition shop. Me and my friend I posted the other day. Some guy was in there, and he didn't look like you know what I'm saying, like as far as like he lived in the gym for like the bodybuilding type stuff, right?
Yeah.
So he was asking this man, he's like, man, what testosterone should I take? I was like, what? So I looked at him like, nah, like you don't need. I can see through your shirt. Yeah. You don't need testosterone. You need like meals. You need to get your meals on point, right?
Yeah.
Get your meals on and get a coach. That's why I tell everybody, if you want to get into bodybuilding, get a coach. Just get somebody who's going to tell you the truth, because you can start looking fit, start looking good, start getting right, and think you're ready for a show because your friends and your family telling you you're ready. But until you get a real coach nah, bro, you need to get tighter. You be like, bro, I ain't got no more skin. Get tighter. Okay. Cut that water. Cut those carbs. Add more carbs, you know. So it'll be days you be like, you need a cheat meal. You flat. Like, go eat.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. So people will tell you the truth. Like, if you don't have nobody that tell you the truth about how you looking, or if it's just your family telling you, like, you look really good, take their compliments, but don't take it and think you finna go win a show.
Right.
Right? Because you're going to need a coach, man, like to tell you where you need to go, or the direction.
Have a straight shooter. That's willing to tell you the truth.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of time your family and friends, they won't. You know?
My coach would tell me, like, you're not on. Like, oh, you on right now. You know, he'll tell you the truth.
Yeah.
And make sure he a pro. Don't get nobody. Don't get nobody that's. You look at their page, you can tell if they serious, man.
Yeah.
Like, I got some people out there, like, they want to train, and Like, you're not a bodybuilding trainer. You know what I'm saying? You're a fitness trainer. That's a difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So get somebody out there to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have a bad day at that show.
How'd you get going at Titus Gym? How'd you start working out there?
Man, them commercial gyms tripping about me taking my shirt off at the gym. That's how.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. I got an email.
What? Well, let me guess. You're at Planet Fitness.
No, I was at.
They sound the alarm on you.
I was at a Pivotal. Man.
Pivotal said
it was O2 at the time.
Okay.
And I got an email that said, make sure you keep a shirt on or something like that at the gym. I was like,
they didn't even call you.
Yeah, it was an email. I was like, oh, that was my last day in commercial gyms.
Yeah.
So I started driving around, and I live like 2 seconds from Titus.
Okay. Nice.
I always see the gym, but I basically thought that was like an old people gym. Like, what is that?
Did you tell Heather that when you first met?
Yeah, I told her, I was like, what is this place like? And then I open a door, right? And I see like power lifters all down her. She got like the pictures and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then her medals, and I was like, whoa. So I get in there, and that's how I got into Titus and U-Flex. I work out of those 2 gyms, and you know, it's only like private owned gyms, man. I feel like those gyms really want you to succeed. They get the best equipment. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard good things about the U-Flex. That's over.
Man,
where's that? It's over on
it's by the fairgrounds.
Yeah, by the fairground. Yeah,
it's amazing, man. That guy got a huge gym. Bunch equipment. If you're a bodybuilder, I got like 2 of the best gyms, man. Mm-hmm. Powerlifting, Titus, no question.
Yeah.
Go to Titus.
Yeah.
If you want to be a bodybuilder, there's no other gym you should be at.
Yeah.
Like, as far as like equipment, motivation, because you're going to see some pros in there working out, and they're going to push you to work harder.
Yeah.
And it's almost everybody in there is a pro. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's different people, man.
Yeah.
They look like action figures.
You think you're looking good, you walk in there, you're like, I don't look that good.
And for me, I love it because I'm so small, but it's like the pit bull. Like, I go in there and I take my shirt off, man. I'm the smallest, shredded thing in there.
Yeah.
You know, and I just pose right in the gym. It's just about confidence, man. Just go in the gym with confidence.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so for your conditioning work, you're doing a lot of posing all the time just to prep for the different poses you have to do in the competition? Is that what you're doing for the most part?
Yeah, that's why that stuff you see on the page, that's exactly what I do on stage.
Yeah. And you're holding it for as long as you can? Or you got sets and reps of that?
Yeah, just hold. I set the clock for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Run through, set a song.
Yeah.
Because in the NPC, they look at the front and the back. That's it. So that posing was easy to me. I just did the front pose and I turned around and do a back pose. With the OCB, the Natural Federation, man, they checking every angle like you're a bodybuilder. So they make you do quarter turns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I got to make sure my balance is on with that stuff. And also you get to choose your music in OCB. So I have to make sure my song kind of match with my posing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So OCB, it's like I tell people, it's an art to bodybuilding. OCB and whatever you do, it's an art because you gotta get your posing down.
Yeah.
You can have the best physique, but you can get out posed and lose.
Yeah.
Because you're not showing the right muscles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's intense, dude.
Yeah.
You ever thought about starting your own gym for bodybuilding or anything?
I definitely have, man. Like I look at Titus and U-Flex and just take ideas and you know, when I open my gym, I want this or I don't want this or how I want things to be ran. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely
you had some thoughts about it.
Yeah, so I got a little plan written out. You know, I got my box.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I got my.
I know you got your check box. I know how you operate now, so I know that's probably one of them at some point.
You know, I'm on the competitions, man. Right now it's just chasing this pro card, man.
Yeah.
Chasing this pro card, like another thing people don't know, it's expensive. Bodybuilding is very expensive, man. A lot of people go broke
because of the food,
because
of the everything.
Trying to be a pro, man.
Yeah.
Just chasing that pro dream.
Yeah.
Travel, hotels, coaches, food, tans. Like the stuff they don't tell you. Like
Yeah.
people coming up with no tan. I'm like, bro, you have no chance. You didn't even pay the $125 for the tan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The light's not gonna hit the same on you. So it's small things like that, people, you got to pay for. Registration. It's a lot.
It's complicated. Complex.
So I travel like Florida. Like I'm going to Florida. I've been in Florida. I'm gonna be 3 times in 3 months. Right?
Yeah, I know you were just there, last week or the week before?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Lost, man. So I got to go back.
Yeah.
Try to get it next Saturday.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Get the pro card and push to my first pro show June 5th. At that point, I just want to see where I stack up.
Yeah.
And then go in the off season growing.
Yeah.
And make some money next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Good to
pay,
go,
man.
man.
They pay good.
Yeah. That's awesome. Good to go. Talking about going back to the Army a little bit, what was that transition out of the Army into retirement like?
It was easy.
Yeah.
As far as like mentally or paperwork wise.
Both. Well, paperwork's probably just cut and dry.
Yeah, paperwork was easy.
But mentally, did you have any effects on that?
Yeah, leaving Walter Reed, man. Like I was telling you, that's when it got hard for me because you don't got that motivation no more. That motivation is leaves. It's just you now.
Yeah.
So you can't look. I can't look down the hall and see Cedric coming.
Yeah.
So it's just like you got to get up and push. So it was hard, and it was me and the Oxys, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to go. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap this thing up here. Do you have any? We're gonna touch real quick back on Sergeant Maddox. Because we're here today specifically for Memorial Day. We're honoring him. We're honoring all of our brothers and sisters that have given the ultimate sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? But talking about him specifically, do you have any closing thoughts, closing remarks for him on behalf of him, his family? He gave the ultimate sacrifice. I believe, like we talked about at the beginning, you're living a life worth living. You know what I'm saying? Honoring his sacrifice.
Right, that's the whole thing for me.
Right.
Honor, man. I just want to honor him. That's why I changed everything, man. Just honor Mad Dog. I want that name. Like hearing that on stage, it does something to me. They don't call me One Leg Savage. They don't call me Teddy. Like I would hear people out there, let's go Mad Dog, do this Mad Dog. I see Maddox. That's what I see. Honoring him. And that when I got home, man, and thought about that, hearing that, listening to those videos, I was like, man, we did it. Like my thing was when he died to honor his legacy, his name, what he liked to do. And my dog liked to lift weights and just go hard. And like, and we were 9 years down the road, and people were saying Maddox. Like people want to hear his story, and that was my thing. Just honor your friends, your loved ones.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah. Live a life worth living.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Honor their sacrifice.
Like when you opened and said honor, I was like, that's it, man. Like the opening statement was everything.
Yeah. And sometimes people, especially in today's world, everyone has different views on everything. Everyone is, seems like for the most part, a lot of people are at odds with each other. It doesn't need to be like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We honor those who have given the ultimate sacrifice for our country, for our freedoms. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to argue back and forth about this thing or that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
We, have our liberty, have our freedom. Keep it simple. Keep it the way it is. Don't make it overly complicated. Don't
kindness, man. Like a lot of people need to find kindness. That's what it is.
Yeah, and that's something that's lacking in today's world. But hopefully, people like you getting the story out there, honoring those that have gone before and served, and done everything that we've done. Hopefully, we can start to change that dynamic, especially raising the kids too.
Yeah,
you got kids, I got kids. We got to make sure we raise them to honor those types of people and to have good morals, good mindset moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely, man. Most definitely.
You got any closing thoughts or remarks or comments or anything for the listener?
Nah, man. Just y'all just keep going hard out there, one day at a time, and chase them dreams. Don't let nobody stop you from chasing your dreams.
Exactly. Good to go. Well, we appreciate you coming on the podcast today, brother. Great to sit down with you and talk to you.
My pleasure.
And looking forward to working with you in the future with your dogs, whatever we need to do.
Most
get them
definitely.
taken
I
care
can't
of.
wait. Yeah, I can't wait. Y'all dope. I like this. Yeah.
And appreciate you putting your content up on Instagram.
Yeah, man.
You know, because that motivates people. It motivates me. I love seeing you up there getting your thing. And you got one leg, you're getting after it, and it's not easy. You know, it hurts.
Y'all need some more love too. Y'all, when I pulled up, y'all don't get enough love. This compound, man. This is a legit dog training facility. All right, y'all. I just want to make sure they know, because you got a lot of people out there say dog trainers. Nah, this is dog training. Yeah. He got dogs outside that didn't move when I got out. Like, come on, man. So
we appreciate it, man.
No problem.
Well, for the listener, there's only one place you should go to for your dog-related things, and that's Canine Revolution. You know that.
It. You know it. Appreciate you, man.
All right, brother. Well, again, just to wrap it up, again, we're here to honor those that have given the ultimate sacrifice. Remember, don't waste your time. Don't waste that sacrifice. Live a life in honor of those who gave it all. And with that, thank you guys for tuning in today. And until next time, out.